Hello everyone, and we are going to be looking once more at Tropical Storm Beta as it approaches the Gulf Coast. However, before we could get into the forecast, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream. Right now we are currently looking at Tropical Storm Beta. As you can see, as of 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it has maximum sustained winds of 50 knots or 60 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 996 millibars, located at 27.6 north, 93.6 west, and movement is at west-northwest at 4 knots or 5 miles per hour. This will be making impacts on Texas and Louisiana mostly. Here's the current cone of uncertainty, and as you can see, it will still be a tropical storm by the time it does make landfall on Texas. Right there by 7 a.m. Tuesday, it will be making landfall. We currently do have tropical storm warnings all across the coastlines of Texas and Louisiana. Right there in the blue, we have tropical storm warnings. We also do have tropical storm watches in the yellow right there. We have a very large area of those tropical storm force winds, and there's a center right there currently just off the coast of Texas. So around Tuesday, it should be making landfall, moving very slowly onto the Texas coastline, and then a tropical depression will be expected by 7 a.m. Wednesday, to around 7 a.m. Thursday, still a tropical depression or a post-tropical depression, and you see a post-tropical cyclone by 7 a.m. Friday right there. So Mississippi can definitely see a rainy day, as well as Louisiana. Could definitely see some tropical storm force winds in Louisiana, but most likely just still a rainy day for most of these states here, as you do have a tropical depression going to be entering that area. Here are those rainfall amounts for the coastlines of Texas, Louisiana, all of the states here that are on the Gulf Coast. As you can see, we will see around 10 to 15 inches of rainfall in this red color there. So definitely a lot of rainfall there. There's going to be lots of flooding there. That definitely will be a possibility. We can also see 6 to 10 inches of rainfall in the orange shaded areas. You can also see lots of flooding in those areas. Even if it's just 6 to 10 inches of rainfall, it's still a lot of rainfall. You're still going to see a lot of flash flooding within these types of areas. You can also see 4 to 6 inches of rainfall in the yellow shaded areas there also. There'll be still lots of flooding in these areas, even though it's only 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. Really only you need 3 inches of rainfall for some minor flash flooding. So you're still going to see pretty good flash flooding in those areas for the yellow shaded area. You can also see in the dark green color 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. Maybe some minor flash flooding, but not really anything too serious here is going to be expected. Most likely just a rainy day for the dark green areas and the light green areas. The light green, you're going to see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. So really not that much rainfall for the light green areas. Here's that peak storm surge graphic, and you're going to see around 2 to 4 feet or 3 to 5 feet of storm surge now over here near the Galveston Bay area. You can also see around the San Antonio Bay, you're going to see around 2 to 4 feet of storm surge as reaching from San Luis all the way to Port Aransas. So definitely a lot of storm surge, not a bunch of storm surge, but definitely that's still a decent amount of storm surge. So not really a lot of storm surge, but definitely still a decent amount. Maybe some minor damage in more low-lying areas, but not really anything too bad for the more above sea level areas. You're still going to see 2 to 4 feet of storm surge, as including Cameron, Louisiana. So you're definitely still going to see some storm surge. You did have a lot of storm surge coming from Hurricane Laura, and you're going to see even more storm surge. Not a lot of storm surge, but that definitely will bring a little impacts over there for the coastline of Louisiana. You can also see 1 to 3 feet of storm surge reaching from all the way from the Cameron area of Louisiana all the way to around the New Orleans area and Ocean Springs, Mississippi. You can also see 1 to 3 feet of storm surge in those areas, and 1 to 2 feet of storm surge will be possible over here in this more southern coastline of Texas. Now here's that flash flooding potential. You're going to see a moderate 20% chance of flash flooding in that red shaded area there. In these light risk, you have a 10% chance of flash flooding. Still a pretty good chance for some flash flooding in those areas, so definitely still have some higher ground available just in case. You can also see a 5% marginal risk for some flash flooding in the green shaded area there. So most likely you're going to see the more serious flooding in the moderate chance area, that red shaded area, and maybe some of these yellow shaded areas there. If you did enjoy the update on Tropical Storm Beta, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream. Also, make sure to share this video with any friends or family that may be impacted by Tropical Storm Beta, and make sure to share this with any friends or family that wants an update on the tropics. But anyways, stay safe.